Melania Trump, great to see you.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
I guess the first thing is congratulations.
I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady.
You need to defend yourself all the time. As you may heard, I file a few lawsuits and I'm in the court now because they accuse me of doing stuff that I never did in my life. And they wrote lies. And I will not allow that. I will fight till the end because I don't want that they damage my reputation.
I think she hates it. Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady.
Melania Trump has achieved a historic legal victory, securing a staggering $900 million defamation settlement against The View and its co-host SunnyHostin. This landmark case isn't just a personal win for Melania. It sets a new precedent for media accountability. The ruling sends a clear message. Reckless, agenda-driven attacks on public figures will no longer go unchallenged. For years, The View has operated under the assumption that it could say anything, smearing guests, politicians, and even former first ladies without facing consequences. Under the guise of expressing opinions, the show has often engaged in baseless character attacks. But now, the repercussions have arrived. The controversy began when SunnyHostin, in her usual self-assured manner, psychoanalyzed Melania on live television without any factual basis. She claimed that Melania despised her husband and was only with him for financial gain. Despite the absurdity of these claims, Hostin presented them as though she had insider knowledge of the Trump marriage. In the echo chamber of The View, her co-hosts offered no pushback, nodding along as if her words were undeniable truth. Now, with this massive settlement, the days of unchecked media defamation may finally be coming to an end.
What do you love most about your husband?
His being, his humor, his personality, his kindness. He's very special. His positivity, his energy, it's unbelievable. So we have a beautiful relationship.
What do the two of you like to do for fun if you're not working?
To have dinner, sometimes quiet dinner or dinner with friends and listen to the music, all kind of different musics.
I hear he likes to be the DJ.
He likes to be the DJ, and it's very fun night when he does that.
This time, they picked the wrong target. For years, Melania Trump has been misrepresented by the media, painted as cold, detached, and opportunistic. Often dismissed as merely a side figure in Donald Trump's political career, she finally decided enough was enough. She refused to let The View tarnish her character for the sake of ratings. Wasting no time, her legal team took action, filing a defamation lawsuit that clearly outlined how The View had crossed the line from opinion to outright falsehoods designed to damage her reputation. The legal battle was intense, with ABC scrambling to defend itself. They argued that their comments were protected under free speech, but the evidence against them was overwhelming. Melania's lawyers exposed a troubling pattern. The View had a history of targeting conservative women while shielding their left-leaning counterparts from similar scrutiny. They presented a compelling case, highlighting past defamatory statements, interviews where the hosts doubled down on false claims, and undeniable proof that this was not just offhanded banter, but a calculated effort to smear. In the end, justice prevailed.
I have to say, I was surprised when she mentioned his sense of humor. But I'm going to leave that alone and ask you all the question. Will the candidate's spouses getting involved like she just did?
What?
That's what it says. That's what it says. And you know, this is my job, so I'm reading it. As I said, as she just did, will it make a difference here?
Well, I think when you hear Doug Emhoff, the vice president's, husband, speak about their relationship, I think it's very touching. He is behind her 100%. He's very loving. He spoke at the DNC, and I think he described a person that people wanted to know.
The verdict was announced. The jury delivered a staggering blow. $900 million in damages. This ruling isn't just historic, it's one of the largest defamation settlements ever and a financial catastrophe for ABC. The View, a staple of daytime television for decades, now faces an uncertain future. Legal analysts speculate that the show could be on the chopping block as the crushing financial burden and the blow to ABC's reputation may be too much to overcome. As for SunnyHostin, her troubles are just beginning. Her reckless words didn't just cost her network nearly $1 billion. They may have ended her career. Reports suggest that ABC executives are already debating whether to fire her in a desperate attempt to salvage their credibility. Even if she manages to keep her job, her reputation is in tatters. For years, Hostin positioned herself as a moral authority, the voice of reason who held the powerful accountable. Now, she finds herself at the center of one of the biggest defamation scandals in TV history. After this humiliating loss, the question remains, who will take her seriously now?
In person, I'm reluctant to comment on other people's marriages because I don't want anybody to comment on mine. But they've been married 19 years. And in my experience, people that have been married that long are not necessarily polar opposites, right? They have a lot of commonality. And so I think these two are simpatico. I remember that when Joy interviewed Melania on her show in 2011, she backed her husband's birther claims.
That's right. That was on your show.
That was on her show. She questioned Barack Obama's citizenship.
A show that they took away from me. Go ahead.
But you weren't fired.
But I'm not bitter.
You weren't fired.
Yeah, go ahead.
She did that even though she wasn't originally a citizen of.
Meanwhile, Melania Trump is emerging from this battle stronger than ever. No longer just the passive political spouse the media once portrayed her as, this lawsuit shattered that narrative. She didn't just win an apology or a retraction, she secured a settlement so massive it could bring down an entire show. When doing so, she set a precedent that may reshape the media landscape. If The View can face consequences for defamation, what does that mean for the countless other outlets that have built their brands on slandering public figures? The ripple effects are already being felt across the industry. Lawyers for other celebrities and political figures are watching closely, realizing they no longer have to sit back and allow the media to destroy reputations without consequence. At ABC, the fallout is in full swing. Executives are scrambling to contain the damage, but the network has already suffered a major financial hit. Advertisers are quietly distancing themselves, unwilling to be associated with a show that just cost its parent company nearly $1 billion. Rumors are swirling that The View could face cancellation, or at the very least, a major overhaul. And at the center of it all, SunnyHostin. Hostin, usually quick to defend herself, has gone silent since the verdict. No long-winded justifications, no doubling down, just complete radio silence. Can you blame her? She's facing professional disgrace, and reports suggest ABC is seriously considering whether firing her is the only way to salvage the show's reputation. Meanwhile, her co-hosts are reportedly on edge. If Melania Trump could take down The View with just one lawsuit, who's next? The show has a long history of reckless commentary, targeting high-profile figures with misinformation disguised as hot takes. Now that one of their targets has fought back and won, others may follow. And let's not forget the sheer humiliation The View is facing. For years, the hosts have positioned themselves as the moral authority on politics, culture, and relationships, lecturing others and acting as if they had the final word on truth and justice. But now, they've been exposed as reckless, biased, and unprofessional. They branded themselves as fearless truth-tellers, yet when forced to face the truth about their own actions, they crumbled. Melania, on the other hand, is thriving. This lawsuit wasn't just about money, it was about respect. She proved that she's not someone who can be dragged through the mud without consequences. She took on one of the most powerful daytime talk shows in America and won. Now she holds the power while The View scrambles to survive. As the dust settles, the next few weeks will be crucial. Will ABC pull the plug on The View? Will SunnyHostin be forced to issue a public apology? And could more lawsuits be on the horizon? One thing is certain, this is a reckoning. The View never saw coming, and the world is watching to see just how deep the fallout goes.